Tyler Perry's church and musical numbers. That's all this movie was, boy, for a while. I mean, when you go to a Tyler Perry movie, just get used to the fact that you're going to church.
That's true. Church factors in usually at the end of every movie.
No, Tyler Perry got a little money now, and he just said, fuck it. You going to have a sermon in my movie. You're going to sit your ass down and listen to a whole sermon, and then we're going to cut to a whole musical number, and you're going to sit there for the whole thing.
It's a church simulator?
Might as well be.
See, this was what's funny. It was like he started out with these plays, and they would all be like a lot of, the churching and several musical numbers. And when he did his first movie, Diary of a Mad Black Woman, he cut a lot of that out. Somebody must have told him, like, look, man, when you do movies, people don't want to hear all that. Just ease off of it. But now that he's a success, he's like, y'all ain't telling me what to do. I'm going to run this my way.
Yeah. No, it's true. I mean, even Jesus sitting in the audience looking at it like, man, this is way too long, man. I give you thanks for this. I appreciate the nod, but you need to edit it, man.
Jesus putting the spear in his own side. I got to hurry this shit up.
Yeah. He's nailing himself to the cross. He's like, damn, Tyler, I ain't done this for a while, but
I can never get that last nail in.
He's like, yeah. First thing Jesus did when he came back, he went to a Tyler Perry movie and he said, they told me not to do this.
Well, I had to experience it once.
And now he's here with I Can Do Bad all by myself, which let me tell you something. He's got a little heavy handed with the church message. And he's also, like I said, if he brings people in this movie who can sing, it's almost like they having a contract. Tyler, you got to give me like a whole 5 minutes of me singing. Right. I'm a performer, right? You got to give me my chance. And so that's what you're going to get. But at the same time, he's really improved on some things. Like when he gets a hold of some good actors and actresses, the drama can be done well with him. I mean, because, he's known for being just really melodramatic.
Oh, yeah. And it is funny how, like, with his movies, he's been getting a better caliber of actors, as they progress. But the drama and the melodrama seems to get turned up even more.
But is it really that the films have gotten better, or that he's just found his audience?
No.
That he can afford to pay actors more?
Cyrus, you haven't been listening to me. The films have gotten worse.
Okay.
He peaked with his first movie.
I just want to be clear on that was what's happening. Because, I am, in fact, a white person, and therefore have never been to a Tyler Perry
film. And you also
film.
are a man.
Yes, and I am a man, so arguably.
So these are not for you.
Yes, these are not for me.
These movies really do appeal mostly to black women.
Yeah. Although I got to say, what I saw from this movie, he had a lot more white people in the movie, at least as the extras go.
Well, Tyler Perry's got more money now. He can afford white people.
Well, I mean, he didn't just have white people. He had albinos. It's like he just said, like, I'm gonna have the most rare, exotic white people I can possibly get because I'm getting paid.
I saw
I'm rolling
white
like
guy
that.
in the audience had like an afro. I was like, hey. This is like that Eddie Murphy Saturday Night Live episode where you just took black people and put white face on them, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's cheaper than actual white people.
Yeah, that's what he did before. Now he got some money. He's like, I'm going to get the finest white people that money can buy. That's why he got albinos now. He's like, Tyler, we're going to give you the whitest that we can have.
They're quite rare.
Yeah. But so in this movie, a lot of his movies center around women with problems.
Yep.
I mean, there was one where it was about a single dad trying to get his kids back, but most of his movies usually have a woman who's going through something.
It's about a woman who is in love with some really evil black man.
Yeah, and that's what we have right here. So she plays this girl named April. She's a lounge singer. She sings at this club at night, and 6 days a week, and 7 days a week she's drunk. And she's also she don't give a shit.
Sound like my kind of woman.
Yeah, I know. Easy,
The only kind you can get.
Hey, man, works for me.
Hey, when you're done with it, she's ready to go right to sleep because she's fucked up. That's a good.
She don't even remember what you did to her the night before.
Exactly. She's not even sure it was you.
Yeah, don't knock it.
Those ain't my babies.
Half the time, you can leave and she won't even remember you were there. All she knows is she got off of work and went to bed. But
which is how a Tyler Perry movie got made because it happened to a girl I know. It's like it was Jesus.
But me, it was Jesus. But so you understand right off that she just doesn't care about herself. She doesn't care about anybody else. They say she's selfish, but she has no self-esteem because in addition to getting wasted and being a lush, she's also messing around with a verbally abusive married man. And on top of things, she is given the chance to probably take in some family that really need her. Her niece has run into some trouble. They can't find the grandmother, which is Taraji P. Henson's mother in this movie. Okay. They can't find her. They don't know where she is. So she's kind of left these three kids alone. and it's one girl and two little boys, and this girl's 16, and she's just full of attitude. I mean, at the beginning of the movie, Madea is the one that finds her at first, getting into.
Medea's actually in this.
Medea's in the movie. Yeah, you don't get as much Madea as you usually do.
Seems like she's becoming less and less in each movie.
Yeah. This movie has about 30% less Madea than other Tyler Perry movies.
Because sometimes Madea is like the only good thing going.
Well, you get a good dose of Madea at the beginning of the movie because these kids break into our house and Madea comes downstairs and Madea. See, the thing with Madea can get away with anything because at the beginning of the movie when they don't know it's kids that are stealing their stuff. So in the dark, her and Tyler Perry also plays the brother.
Right.
I forgot his name. Brian. Yeah. They come downstairs and they catch those kids and they beat the shit out of these kids, man. I mean, they are kicking these kids. Brian is beating them with a cane. I mean, and you think they feel bad about it, but like the girl gets up and gives his attitude, like, "What you doing?" She's like, "I wish you would talk to me." She grabs that girl. I'm expecting her like grab her by the throat, just lick up, pick up in the air and be like, "I wish you would say that shit again." Just snap her neck.
What they need to do is like go the Benny Hill method, where you switch to a dummy and then she can just like mop the whole room.
Yeah.
But no, when Madea takes these kids to find who their grandmother are, they can't. I mean, yeah, the grandmothers. They can't find who the grandmother is because she's missing. So Taraji P. Henson ends up being stuck with them for a while. Of course, not only does she not want these kids, but her little asshole boyfriend. Played by Brian White, who is just evil in this movie, by the way. He's also saying, even though he is not married to her or anything, he's like, "I don't want no kids up in my house." So she really don't want these kids. And meanwhile, this girl is like 16. She's having to take care of these two little boys, and she's
gonna get pregnant.
Yeah, no, in the movie she even says like, "I'm gonna be just like you, April. I don't give a damn about nobody." You're like, "Oh, this girl's not only gonna be pregnant, she's gonna end up being a drug addict, a crackhead, stinky ass and all that kind of stuff." But
well, hell, man, the last movie had Rudy from the Cosby Show as a hooker.
Oh boy, that's depressing.
Oh, a hooker and a drug addict.
Yeah,
I mean, I gotta give it to him.
And what did she play in it?
Hey, that girl is actually, Rudy grew up to be a really nice looking girl, but once Tyler Perry got a hold of her, he fucked her up.
He sure did.
I mean, I have never seen a crackhead look so bad. Like, damn, Tyler Perry, I mean, did you really put her on crack? I mean, you must have gave her some rock for real.
It's method acting.
Exactly.
Smoke this.
Yeah, Tyler Perry is like,
hey, Tyler Perry don't be half-stepping.
Yeah, Tyler Perry, I want a good performance out of you. I want it to be authentic. Smoke this shit. Yeah, man up, motherfucker, man up. But
Tyler Perry's training day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, take Rudy for a ride. But no, so you can. It starts out really bad. I mean, it seems like it's hopeless for everybody. But if you know anything about a Tyler Perry movie, either Madea is going to save the day or Jesus is going to save the day. I mean, in fact, sometimes like a Marvel team up. Madea, Madea and Jesus join forces and go out there.
If it was a Marvel team up, they'd start fighting each other and then eventually figure out they're on the same side and team up to beat the crack whore or whoever.
Oh yeah,
like Spider-Man and the Thing show up and like, oh, it looks like you guys got it covered.
Yeah, Madea and Jesus, they got it all together. They out there fighting crime, cleaning up the streets with crackheads and all kind of stuff. So yeah. Now in this movie, we don't get so much Madea in everything in a lot of these scenes, but a lot of Jesus is in this, and of course, once people start going to church, everything comes together. Yeah. It is just fine. So,
really? Is it one of those like, as long as we go to church, we'll all be happy and everyone will realize that we were all making a lot of mistakes just through the power of prayer and singing?
It really is like that.
I'm sure that's how it happens.
Yeah. That's how he got Rudy off of crack. He took her to church the next day. But,
pretty much.
No, see, that's the problem with this movie. Now, there's, like I said, once he gets some good actors and actresses in there, and those two people have a scene, he gets some really great performances. I'm looking at the name of that little girl in the movie, Hope Olade Wilson, who's I think she's a British actress. That's a 16-year-old girl in this.
You know what happens when little girls act you that's mad at the world? They grow up and become bitter old women if they don't figure out what's going on with them.
Bitter old woman, just like the one you sitting there talking to. A bitter old woman. A bitter 450-pound old woman.
At least you could smile. Did that hurt? Did it crack your face, Cruella?
I ain't got a whole lot to smile about.
Touch that up. Got a whole lot to smile about you living. You got children your age in the hospital, strung out on HIV, drugs, and everything else. You sitting talking about you ain't got nothing to smile at. You a pretty little girl, honey. Get you a mirror and see how pretty you are. And smile at yourself sometime.
Not pretty. I mean, I ain't got nice clothes or nothing.
Clothes don't make you pretty. They make you broke. You know what I want you to do? because ain't no mirror down here. When you get through cleaning that window, look at yourself and see how pretty you are. Go on, clean it real good. Here you see her smile. Ting.
Man, these goddamn Brits are coming over here taking these jobs.
taking our
Everybody's
jobs.
focused on Mexicans. They need to look at Brits.
Yeah, no, they coming and taking our shit. Mexicans just clean up the house, but the
And
British
Australians, Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
yeah,
Every
them
time
too.
you see some hot actress in something, then you see her in the behind the scenes and she's talking with an Australian accent. You're like, motherfucker.
Oh yeah, you know, yeah. But so
All our LA girls with their fake boob jobs gone to waste.
I know. I'm expecting to see like a dog in the movie. They put him in an interview. He's got a British accent. Like damn, even a dog can't get a fucking job in this town anymore because he's getting pumped out by a British person.
American dog can't get a bone.
Yeah. You talk about sirens being bad. But man, so and that when Taraji P. Henson and that girl Hope get together, they have some really kick-ass scenes, man. I mean, I almost started crying in some of these scenes. They were so powerful when they were together.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, okay, now he's got good performances out of them. He also gets write some characters so bad and get like really schlocky performances